Hey guys, it's Shade here, back to bring you another Borderlands 3 video for Amara. I'm going to be going over some awesome items that commonly get overlooked for her that can be farmed pretty easily. And if you like this video, please drop a like on it and subscribe if you want to see future content for Amara or any of the other Vault Hunters. Thanks, and let's jump into the video. Okay, so a couple of items that commonly get overlooked for Amara. Right here you'll see about 3 items that get overlooked. The 4th item is obviously very much so used. But 3 items that kind of get overlooked in builds for Amara, as well as a shield, a relic, and one more relic we have down here. Let's see. Here we go. This Unleash the Dragon relic. So some of these are quite common, and you will have noticed people using them or talking about them before. But I'm just going to show you exactly what these things can do, and like how good Amara is with these items. So to start it off, we're going to start off with the butt plug. So the butt plug is the best melee weapon in the game, period. This weapon actually will do more melee damage than 120% melee damage from the front. Currently, it is bugged, I believe. But from the back, it also doubles your melee damage. So you get quite a huge amount of melee damage from this. You can farm this quite easily from the very beginning by save scumming your game and just reloading every time and overwriting your save file. And if you farm it long enough, you will get some anointeds. They take forever to get, but the best possible anointment you can get is obviously going to be your melee damage increase or your phase slam melee damage increase. So this is definitely one to keep a lookout. You can do some serious damage with it. The next item I'm going to go over is the Unleash the Dragon, since this is the other most commonly used item. So Unleash the Dragon is an amazing artifact. It does sacrifice quite a bit to use, but you will be getting some serious incendiary damage per second with this. I would recommend using this mostly on boss fights only. Basically, whenever you melee somebody, you have a 100% chance to ignite them. And that ignite is the damage per second is based on how much melee damage you did. So let's say you did 10,000 melee damage, you will be getting a 10,000 dot applied to the person you hit. And this, you know, it just becomes amazing when you start stacking it with other melee items. You can really melt through a lot of the bosses in the game just using this one item, and it's really simple to get from L Dragon Jr. on Eden 6 at Jacob's Estate. So the next couple of items I'm going to go over, this one in particular. So the Shooting Star. A couple of things you need to make the Shooting Star work. One thing is a face puncher. So you do not need it to be redundant or anointed. It just needs to be a face puncher. But the Shooting Star, when coupled with a face puncher, and that's pretty much it, you will be able to melt some of the biggest bosses in the game instantly, within 1 to 2 clips, hands down. I would like to go ahead and thank a couple of people for helping me figure out this build. Hood Ratata and Cagros, also known as I'm a Bird on Discord. So these guys came up with this concept for the Shooting Star, and I thought that this would be a great build to implement it into. Since we're already going to be using stuff like the Elemental Projector White Elephant, it just adds a ridiculous amount of damage to everything. So essentially, as you saw at the beginning of the build, you're just going to need to strip your shields and then shoot like Graveward or Tyrene with the face puncher. And the projectiles that are being spawned from this shield do a serious amount of damage that scales off of elemental damage, grenade damage, gun damage, a whole slew of things that it scales with. So this is an amazing shield that you can pick up pretty easily. Also on Eden 6 in the Anvil section in one of the back jail areas. When pairing the shooting star with the elemental projector and a face puncher, you can easily take out a boss in one clip, and you will be doing a ton of damage. So another thing that I wanted to showcase is another synergy with the face puncher. So I was very hesitant on using the face puncher as my only shotgun because I really do love the Brainstormer. It does a serious amount of damage, and it can, help you a lot with sustainment and all that stuff. So when I found this artifact, the Cryostone Static Charge, it can be really any stone, elemental stone static charge. But the static charge, what it does is when you slide, your next melee attack will do 50% shock damage that chains. That will apply to the face puncher. And it says your next melee. It actually means all melees for a certain time after your slide, which is great. It's so good. You will be chaining like people with electricity shots, just like the Brainstormer, on the face puncher. So yeah, if you want to try this synergy out, it's amazing. I've been nicknaming it the Brain Puncher since it's, Brainstormer and Face Puncher all combined into one. It's really awesome. It really, really works well. And then finally, I wanted to showcase a couple of weapons that actually kind of work similar to the Brainstormer. So the first one I'm going to go over is this Burzum. So the Burzum is a Vladof weapon. It's a purple weapon. But it has the alien barrel, and alien weapons are kind of like the replacement for E-Tech weapons in this game. So every weapon that has an alien barrel will be firing differently compared to how they normally fire. So with a Vladof assault rifle, you actually get this really cool beam effect that splits and does damage to multiple people as well as your actual target. So it gets to be very similar to the Brainstormer, and you can actually get this in any element, which makes it a very, very, very powerful weapon to use, as you can, switch it up depending on what you need for your build. If you need a powerful fire weapon or an AoE fire clear, you can get a fire version of this that's anointed. And it's very easy to farm, as you can just quit out the game, go to Crazy Earl's shop, and then if he doesn't have one of these, quit it out, start it up again. It's very, very simple to farm and amazing to use. It's a very good gun. And another gun I wanted to highlight is the Vibrapulse. So Miss Moxie's Vibrapulse is a random reward that you get in the mail for any of her quest missions out in the open world. So any of the radio towers. And essentially what this does is it's very similar to the last weapon we talked about, where it will fire and split to multiple people, so it has that kind of Brainstormer effect. But then it also will lifesteal from those people. The only problem with the Vibrapulse right now is that it is very, very underpowered. So eventually, I'm assuming they will be be buffing this weapon, because right now it's completely unusable. But when it does get a buff, even a slight buff for like 60% more damage, stuff like that, just to help you out with that spread damage, this gun will be amazing. So that's it for the synergy video that I'm going to go over today. Those are pretty much the only items I wanted to go over. I do have another video that will be coming out soon that will be how to start farming for Amara. So what things you should prioritize when you get this item, what bosses can you fight and get items from those areas and stuff like that. So I will be going all over all of that in my next video. And yeah, so I hope you guys liked the video. Leave a like on it if you did. Subscribe if you want to see future content. And definitely leave me some comments on how my videos are. I am trying to get better and better at these videos. And, anything helps. Anything at all. Thank you guys so much. And have a great day.